Okay, welcome back from the break. You're still watching Morning Rush. Thursday edition of the show with me, Desifade and the Starboy. I told you earlier that I've got guests from one of the schools that, you know, a lot of people have some nice things to say about. And they already assisted here, but we're also live on Facebook and Metro TV Ghana and also on DSTV channel 277. So joining me this morning in studio, we've got Esther Forson, Head of Publicity for the 2023 Wrigley Day. And also there's Iya and Suma Gagba, who is also part of the team. And they've joined me here. We're talking about the 2023 Wrigley Day. And they're from Wesley Girls. Yay! Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Desmond.
Thank you for Gay girls. Gay girls. Let's just throw back to school days. So, how was school? What was school like? I know you're like, oh, you're proper ladies. So tell us your experience in school, you know, back then.
I mean, school was not, it wasn't all bliss and happiness. Of course, you had times where you would cry, but you had happy moments. And it was, I mean, looking back, we are 10 years now. So looking back to all the little moments we had, some days of tears, some days of joy. I mean, it's not fun as a Form 1 girl to be punished. But I mean, there was one time that I was actually punished on my birthday. Oh. It was a collective punishment. So, I mean, such an event isn't something that's pleasant. But I mean, looking back 10 years now, it was bits and bits of all these things that helped mold us. Okay. I mean, it was like I said, it wasn't all pleasant. But did you do anything? So, were you part of anything in school?
I was a member of the chaplaincy committee. I was a church rat.
Okay.
I didn't thrive in sports, so I was basically a church rat.
Okay.
So, I mean, you find me in the chapel doing chapel stuff.
So, okay. Yeah, chapel stuff, cool. Let's move on to what about you?
Well, despite how the system seemed, we made good use of it when it came to entertainment. We had to find ways to entertain ourselves so well. And you know, we had movie nights, we had dance champ. Personally, I had trained for dance champ. Last minute, I backed out.
You couldn't challenge them?
I actually could, but I don't know. Sometimes
you just backed out.
I just backed out. We had our Nino's nights. I can't forget that. So, yes, I am more of the entertainment type. So, yes, I remember those profound moments, and it was fun. The fact that despite the system, we're able to make good use of it, to have fun in our own way, was just thrilling for us.
And high school memories are always, you know, one of the very best memories that you could have. But we're talking about the Wrigley Day. Esther, I mean, if someone is hearing this for the first time, just give us a brief background story to what this day is about.
Okay, so the school as we know it has metamorphosed over 187 years. So, I mean, basically, it's, some of us term it as a missionary school. It was started by missionaries. So, the first headmistress that we had, Mrs. Harriet Wrigley, she was a missionary. And her husband was the second Methodist missionary to Ghana. So, I mean, husband and wife, they've traveled to the then Gold Coast. And her passion for teaching actually led her to gather a group of girls. So school started with 25 girls, and she nurtured them, teaching them basic reading, writing, some catechism, housekeeping. I mean, the essentials for young girls to thrive in society. Okay. Then eventually, I mean, more ladies joined, and the school started growing bits and bits. But then, unfortunately, she died 5 months later. And the school had some series of missionaries coming. So when the school started, we had about 4 or 5 missionaries coming in to support the work. So we had Elizabeth Waldron. She actually took care of the school for 46 years. And she also, you know, built on what Mrs. Harriet Wrigley started. Then along the way, the school had some issues. I mean, it's growing, you had to stand on your feet, you had to fall off along the way, so there were some challenges. So at the point, you had to even join our brother school, Fansfilm. So you know that's the collegiate school. And then we had some growth coming in. Eventually, we were able to break off and stand on our own. So we had our headmistress, Auntie Compton. So Olive Compton was the headmistress that moved the school to where it is now.
Where it is now. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you realize, it's on top of a hill. And the fun fact about the school is it's actually shaped in the form of a ship.
Okay.
Yes. So if you look at the chapel, it looks like a ship, really. If you're standing from a point, you can look at that. And it's called the HMS Excellence.
Okay.
So even the way we actually lay our beds is like the seamen.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I know
the angled edges and all that.
Okay.
Yes. So, I mean, the school continues to thrive, and we are where we are now after going through a lot of changes, a lot of growth, and everything that we are seeing now in the school was because of Mrs. Harriet Wrigley.
Wow.
I mean, if she hadn't taken that bold step to start with 25 girls, we won't have that. And if you notice, we have a lot of our people, our old girls, in places of prominence. We've had attorney generals, we've had chief justices. I mean, all the female chief justices we've had from our school. I mean, that is excellent.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we churn out excellence.
That's okay. That's fine. That's
Yes.
fine.
So the celebration is done every year, and it's just to commemorate what we have learnt from the teachings of Harriet Wrigley. She taking the students from where they are, I mean, knowing nothing, teaching them something, and all the headmistresses that we've had have built on what she started.
Okay, so it's almost like a Founders Day.
Yes, so you can take it as a Founders Day, but we don't term Founders, so we term it Wrigley Day. So we have week-long activities that we undertake every year. Okay. So we celebrate her. We are thankful for what she did. I mean, if she hadn't started the school, we won't be where we are now.
True.
I'm proud of the school that I went to. I mean, like I said, it wasn't all fun, but I learned a good deal of lessons going through the school. Wow. So, yes, basically, that's how the Wrigley Day celebration started.
That's quite a detailed, story telling us about this particular day. And let me go to you and ask about this year's activities. What are we looking at for? When is it starting actually?
Okay, so it started on Monday.
Oh, it started on Monday?
Yes, it's a lineup of activities. So we've had Motivation Monday, we've had Tuesday Appreciating Teachers, we've had, appreciating Wesley Girls High School owned businesses. Okay. So we have most of us into business, a whole lot of us. Yeah, so we've had that. And then today we are having our Throwback Thursday.
Oh, Throwback Thursday.
You know, you can have how you used to look then and now.
I was
significant.
I was hoping you brought your pictures so that
oh no, you will not catch us.
You did not bring it.
We are not doing that.
That's fine.
You will not catch us.
So we are having our throwback, how far we've come. It's not just physically, but how far we've come psychologically as well. Whatever we learned in school, how have we been able to build upon it, you know? We were actually groomed. So we have Miss Ghana, one Nanama, and you can see, personally, when I saw Nanama even went for the Miss Ghana audition, I was shocked. And to know she won it just blew my mind. And it told me that every sort of grooming we had in school really paid off. Okay. And not just for pageantry, but family life, at work, you know. So today, being Thursday and then being the Throwback Thursday, we are celebrating how far we've come. Okay. Tomorrow, God willing, we are painting the country, and then everywhere we find other Gehe girls, green and yellow. So we have to adorn yourself in green and yellow, and an attire. It could be an accessory, and you you don't necessarily have to be a gay girl to do that. Once you are married to a gay girl, I think you should be able to do that.
Yeah.
If you have a girlfriend who is a gay girl, if your mom is a gay girl, you should dress in green and yellow.
If you can affiliate yourself, sort of your ex went to gay.
You should. And then on Saturday, we are having our Wrigley Day Bazaar.
Okay, so it's Saturday that the bazaar will take place.
Yes,
okay.
at Mofra Place,
Jowolo. Okay.
From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we are having a whole lot of vendors. From the 360.
She's a vendor herself.
I'm a vendor myself.
Yes.
I love business, so there's no way I'm going
Which food are you bringing?
Well, this time I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
But then we have a whole lot of vendors doing
stuff.
that.
Okay,
yes.
sure.
And then on Sunday we have our Thanksgiving service. Yes, at the new Wesley Auditorium.
Okay.
That's where that's going to be taking place.
I like the lineup. It's really
it's very
fun. I like the
interesting.
throwback one.
Yeah.
And it's not only a national thing, it's actually is worldwide.
Worldwide,
Okay.
yes.
So we have OGA, UK, Ireland, we have some in the US, we have chapters there.
Okay.
So for UK, Ireland, they have their Thanksgiving service on Saturday.
Okay.
Because so for them, they are celebrating Paint the Country Green and Yellow I think, today.
Okay.
So their service will be tomorrow.
Yes.
So
yes,
I mean, all over, gay girls all over are celebrating. It's not just in Ghana.
Okay.
Yes.
That's nice. Not just a Ghana thing. It's a
Not at
worldwide
all.
thing
Exactly.
for gay and you know the celebration of Wrigley Day. So if you just you're watching Morning Rush, and we're talking about the 2023 Wrigley Day, and I've got guests from all students from Wesley Girls, Esther, and also telling us about the activities for this year's celebration. But you know, for other schools, it gets difficult to be able to keep the old students together and even keep in touch. You know, where's this person and all that. How strong is your alumni association? How are you able to get into contact with everybody to even participate in this particular celebration?
It's stronger than appetite. You know, one thing I keep telling people is to be consistent.
Okay.
Communication gets harder as you grow, but then you can still make time for whatever it is. Check up on your friends. Inform them if, for instance, you are open to events and then they might not know. You get it? We have friends we are in touch with. So through this, you disseminate information easily, you know, and then we do have our meetings here and there. Sometimes it's tough because dealing with human beings, so everyone is busy here and there, but we do our possible best. And I must use this platform to thank our batch for being so, you know, understanding.
2013 batch.
2013, yes. They've been really cooperative because initially, I thought the response wasn't going to be as good as it is now, but I am so proud of everyone. Yes, so that's what we keep being consistent with communication. You wouldn't just inform them about something today and decide not to tomorrow. We do it every day. Okay. Every day, and I think that is what has helped us so far.
Okay, fantastic. So, Esther, everybody's invited, right?
Yes, it's open to everyone.
It's not just an old girl's thing. It's everybody. In fact, it's not once you have time. Make time.
Make time.
Come, have fun. Bring the kids. Because everything we are doing, we make sure to be inclusive. So we have very family oriented. I mean, Baba here has a whole battalion. I keep laughing at her. I keep laughing at her that she should break her battalion. She should not leave the kids at home. Okay. Everybody. And we have something for everyone. From in fact, I don't want to just let everything out, but we have a variety of vendors. We're very intentional about the selection of vendors, making sure that we have a variety so that people don't get bored. I mean, if you're coming for a bazaar, you're seeing only clothes. I mean, you can easily walk to a shop and get something, but you're making sure that from the time the gates are opened, you have something to eat, something to drink, you have a place to sit with your friends. I mean, don't worry about your washroom stuff. I mean, you're thinking about, where will we? Everything is catered.
Everything is catered.
So just bring yourself.
Yeah. But have some music, some fun activities.
Of course. Okay. I mean, and we are blessed to have people in our batch that are in different line of work. So we have people doing voiceovers.
Okay.
A lot of our designs were actually done in-house. So if you check our Instagram and Twitter handles, you see a lot of our designs, they're being done by our girls.
Okay.
And we threw it out there, and like Baba was saying, they've been very supportive. So everybody has actually put in something to make sure that the week-long event actually is successful.
Okay.
And Saturday is going to be a blast.
Okay.
Yes, and Sunday service is going to be at Wesley Towers.
What's
So if you have a girlfriend that went to gay, if you have a mother, I mean, all old girls are invited. Make time. I mean, if you don't have a place to go for service, just come.
Just
come around.
Wesley
and
Towers
join them.
Auditorium. It's so the auditorium is actually in the new building that was just commissioned by the Methodist Church Ghana.
Okay.
So the landmark is CD House. It's actually Google Maps accurate.
Okay.
So it's just opposite CD House on the other side. You know the banking
Yeah,
area?
yeah.
Yes. So that's where it is.
Okay.
So, I mean, you will not get lost at all.
So, just be a part of this. It sounds really exciting. And on Saturday, how was it? Me, my gay story, my room is into.
You cannot.
No, but I mean, I know Wesley girls because uni was in UCC, so you always see gay when we have events on campus. They always bring girls in front of all the senior high school students to come and sit down and watch. So you always see them, and it's always prim and proper. Like there's a certain way they walk, certain way.
Oh, I mean, as a lady, you can't just be sitting anyhow. I mean, exactly.
I agree with that.
It's holistic training that you receive
for life.
Yes, for life. I mean, some of the things. Fun fact, actually, when I went to school, my dad had actually taught me how to use a calorie. So it wasn't difficult phasing into the use of calorie to eat and all that. But I had one senior that taught me that it's not good for a lady to go out in your mufti and it's crumpled. And I mean, I didn't think of anything. I mean, like, it's mufti. I'm just walking out. It's not my school uniform. I have to iron, you know. But then something like that stuck with me, and I made sure that
I iron
everything I wear. So anytime I wear something crumpled, I'm like, nah.
That's how okay. So that's the gay hair training for you. So thank you very much, Esther Forsen, for coming. Also, Gagba. Right? For coming in this morning to tell us about the 2023 Wrigley Day. It started on Monday. Saturday is going to be the food bazaar. Today's throwback. I love throwbacks because it tells you how far you have come. And it continues on Sunday or ends on Sunday with the Thanksgiving service. And I know Esi Edouard went to Gay also. So big shouts to Esi Edouard also. And so that's where we wrap up the conversation. Wish you the very best.
Thank you so much.
And, see you some other time.